Hey there guys, this is FICSIT here, and I'm back in with an episode of Satisfactory in the Dunes. And as you can see, I've been messing around with my train a little bit just to make sure it works. Yes, I've messed around with it so I can make it work. To the best of my ability, it does actually go around. Only on the outside to here and back around. I've just been testing it with two different things. I've got to name the stations. Probably main base 1, main base 2. So I do have 2 trains, if I remember rightly. Yep, 2 trains. Both on the same sort of circuit. One's a bit quicker than the other, for obvious reasons. And I think I've got it all working just perfectly where there's no collision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, obviously off camera. I'm going to sort out a train track going from there all the way over to my oil plant. And once I've got that done, guys, I will be right back with you. So I'll be back in just an momento. Hello there, guys, and as you can see, I'm now back. Not actually driving the train. The train is actually on automation. So I've sorted this place out to actually be the plastic and rubber place because it'll be getting plastic and rubber at some point. Obviously, I've not got it set up yet. I've got to hit a sprint. So yeah, this did take me a moment. So I've got one train. I've got the other train just staying there, I think, or it's still on the same circuit. But yes, this one actually works. I don't have my materials still on me, which is awesome. No, train, wait for me. Train, wait. Ah, you beggar. Anyway, but yeah, I got it sorted out. Obviously, I've got a bit of a design to do for here. I was going to have it go down to the bottom there, but as you can see, yeah, it would be a long way to get it down. So instead, I've got it up here. I've got to sort out a design so it's actually hanging up here, and sort out my belts at the same time at some point. So that is what I'm going to quickly do now, is sort out. Geez, do I even have enough stuff on me for belts? Probably not really, to be honest. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'd underestimated that part. Oh, dearie me. Hang on. Can I get it to go down just the one foot? Nope. Dang, you gotta be kidding me. Whereabouts is it going to be? It will be this floor here. And this should just work there, right. So if I can put this... Ooh. Oh, for sakes. I do it every time. It's no surprise there, to be honest. Right, let me just get this up here. But yeah, I've only been able to fit 2 stations up here. Well, 2 platform stations, I should say. So one will be for plastic, and the other will be for rubber when I get it sorted out. Yep. So, which way does which go in? So that comes out, that goes in, right. So let's just put it for the back there. Let's do this about there. Let's do a belt 3 for this in a minute. Nope, let me just do that. Let me do a loop for it to there. There, and to there-ish, maybe? I'm pretty sure. Should be fine-ish, I don't know. And, oh wow, that's a number 4 belt. Whew. That's insane. I'll go for number 3 anyway. Hold on, let me just change that to a 3 then. This probably ain't going to go fast enough for a 3 belt, but I'm going to have it stuck up a bit anyway, so it could be fine. Ow! That hurt! There we go. Now I can readjust the top there. I will at some point have to remove my hub and make it go somewhere else. But if I can get plastic and rubber coming in, it'll make a slight difference. That means then I'll be able to start processing rubber and plastic. You know, technically I'm going to be processing the plastic more than what I will the rubber at the minute. Because, yeah, I've only got use for my plastic at the minute more than what I do the rubber. And again, that's just at the minute. Plastic I need really just to make some circuit boards up, so I will be rearranging it. I do have to sort out the petroleum coke, but I'm not worried about that in a minute, so let's get rid of you, and you. Let's get rid of you. Let's Peter belt free. As you notice, that's obviously my plastic's bin, but I haven't sorted it out just yet. The train's now coming in, which is a good thing, but also bad because I ain't got that sorted out at all yet. And like I said, I've got a bit of rework to do for it, but at the minute it will be fine. So I do have to sort everything out, and that's not exactly even, but like I said, I will sort it out when it comes to it. Just do that. Get up to about there. Looks like it's straight enough. I'm going to say there. There we go, that'll be it for the plastic. And technically I don't need it to go all the way around, but because I mean I was going to have it going to the storage bin instead of that. So I will get it sorted out. That it will move absolutely perfectly fine without me having to worry about it. Hopefully. And again, like I said, just on it, so it moves it all in there. And so then it starts moving up to the top and starts storing it. Now it should hopefully load. Hopefully, please say I've got this right. Should load up obviously the plastic, and it is loading up rubber, which is fantastic. I'm not expecting to load a load of it, but it then means I can actually start moving my rubber and plastic to my factory. And it looks like the train is coming, which it is, so it shouldn't take too long to get here. And yeah, once the train is here, I will then go on the tour with it back to base, so you guys can see the route I've actually taken. Now there is quite a few different routes I could either go through. A gap that's there, I could either go around, but I decided to go around this way, just for the fact that I will have more trains go past all this way as well at some point. So best to get part of it sorted now, then later on. And obviously I do have to sort out the other line, because obviously I've got two going in and two going out, just in case the trains have switched. So yeah, like I said, I'll be back once the train's here, and we'll have it take us to our main home. And as you can see, the train's now coming down. Now obviously, as you'll see, I've got two parts in the back, so that it can then load up what it needs to. Now well, let me see on the top of it. I have to be inside for it to move. Hopefully it doesn't kill me when it moves. If it does, I have to quickly hit the button. I'm going to be safe than sorry. I'm going to get inside. Oh, wow, that is a bit loud. Oh, listen to that rumble. I need to check what my power usage is actually now at the minute. But yeah, just imagine the ramp up. Obviously, if I went for the 8-meter ramp, I think, or the 4-meter ramp, the slope is a bit too steep for me to use. So I'm having to use the 1 and the 2, I think, or the 2 and 4. But yeah, the train's able to handle it. And yeah, sorry about a bit lag there, guys. It's because the game was saving. But at least I got a slight timetable for this train. And obviously it goes down that route and comes back. And yeah, I might need to place more pathway signals and pathway blocks, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. I've only had a little mess with them. But yeah, this gives me quite a nice view, and you can see exactly how I've done the tracks. It did take me a little bit of time to get done, but that time was worth it. So, plus it gives me a bit of a nice view to see exactly what's around at the same time. And it gives me a nice view of what the base looks like at the minute. Obviously, so that part of that path where I'll be going, it goes up to the mountain. So I'll make things look a little bit nicer as well. So the train comes in, does its hard brake. I've actually got a 4-1 here, I didn't realise that. Huh. And now it should unload. Oh, why is that not unloading? Why is it the only one that's unload? Didn't I set this to unload? Oh my god. So I'm going to get more rubber loading up then, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't check what... Unload. Oops. That's unload. How is it I missed 1 for the unload? Oh well. But yeah. So obviously for me to know exactly how much is going in, I need a bit more time for it to adjust itself for it all. Anyway, so the question is, where do I put the... That is the point. Where do I put everything to make sure things move smoothly without it getting caught up? Technically, I need to put it so the belts go over the top. That's going to be a slight problem, because I'm not exactly sure where these belts will be 100%, so I need to just double check where this leads up at. That's the hall. That's not exactly the best place for this. So anywhere from... Wow, I nailed them trains right then, didn't I? Technically anywhere from here onwards would be fine. Right, so... At least I have an idea now of exactly where these belts can go. Or where the conveyors have to lead up to then go up to the tippy tops. For I think. I'm pretty sure I had a thing over there for plastic, I think. Or stuff ready for plastic. Right, so at the minute, let me get a belt in place. So this is going to take things out. Dang, come on. So in theory, they should... Oh no. It's not bad, it's not great. Guess I could have it go down 1. God dang it, oh. Right. Let's just get that connected back up. just so it lines up with here. Hopefully, without any problems. Lovely. And same goes for the tippy top of that one. Should be about there. And we'll get it going. Straight that way, right? Should all just go straight to it is. Should all get to about, you know, we'll go about there for this one. This one will get to about. There-ish. Should be able to turn it about there. Should be able to make that go. Why is it being funny for? Weird. That one was being very funny on me. And we'll say what about here? Yeah, should be about right. Right, let's see. Should hopefully help me start getting some stuff processed. Ooh. Little bit better. I'm hoping. Please. Please let me process this stuff a little bit better now. I'll get circuit boards making, that'd be awesome. Should all be the parts underneath done with. Awesome. I'll leave that bit there. Right, so this needs to go up through. Is it there? No, it will be that one. Awesome. So, number 3 goes all the way up, whoopsies, and so will the other one. Oh, crumbs, now I need to go all the way around. Yeah. And this just so it gets to the top. Same goes for the plastic. Now, obviously, I'm not sure how quick these are going to be with the trains. These may be slow as anything. These may be fast as anything. It really does depend how much gets stacked up and thrown in and gets picked up by the trains. I'm hoping it gets quite a bit. I'm not going to say it will, just hoping it will. Hang on, why do I not know how to get up another level? It's because it's over here, that's why. I've got such a long way to go around just to get up one floor. But yeah, I'll have everything come up. And as you can see, it goes into my bunch of organisations of sorting things out. And I have no idea where everything is at the minute because, there we are. It is trying to get into about there. And I cannot see the next one. That's not good. Oh no, that is definitely not good. Technically that wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to have one in front of the other and I didn't do that, did I? Nope. Am I an idiot? Yes. Oh well. Right. Right, so I've got 2 spaces at the end here. Okay. And at the minute I'm not really worried about how fast these are going to go because these are going to be going out at some point back in again. So Up to about there with that one. And I will adjust on the speed for the belts as and when I get things a lot more sorted out. So that goes up. And then it goes over this way. That was close. Whew. There we go. So yeah, plastic will obviously go in this way. I was actually going to have it split down at the bottom a bit further, and then have it half come up and half get into processing for its next process. But I kind of made a different choice on that one, didn't I, really? Same again goes for the rubber. But this time I'm actually going to put it on a slate. Okay, let's do this. Then resisted. It's going to be a bit bad, isn't it, really? It's a bit too far forward for my liking. Okay. Two. Hey, I'll just do that. That'll be easy enough. Right. I'll do a. Why is that so? Weird. Okay. Extremely weird. Yes, I now have my plastic and sea rubber coming up a lot faster now. I'm not exactly sure how much is going and how fast, but it may get readjusted as and when. My god, I can't believe how fast that belt is. And that's belt 3 at the top. Let's see. Right, so technically, how much is coming in and out? 120. It's not bad, 123 a minute. And that one, 182, so it might go up for the transfer rate on intake and outtake. So, well, on the intake anyway. Nothing really on the outtake though. So yeah, that means now I can actually set up my plastic to make more circuits, which would be absolutely fantastic. So like I said, I need more circuits. And unfortunately, I don't like them being like that. So they go, you go, you go, you to you, you to you. Up you go, and then I need to try and get up to another side. Dang it. Oh no, what am I doing? I've got a gap over here. I keep thinking I ain't got that gap there anymore. But yeah, I put the slope in, and obviously the ramp, which I did in the last episode, if I remember rightly. So it's a bit easy to go in and out. I do have to start underneath a bit more for the train part. Maybe put like some doors or shutters to make it look a bit more, like the train's coming in to a certain point and then going back out, so that they'll be closed. But obviously I need to get the doors unlocked for that from the awesome sink, the awesome shop, not awesome sink. So yeah, obviously once I get that, I'll have that going as well. But now I've got some plastic and rubber over this end, which is going to make my life so much easier. So there's the rubber, there's the plastic, which is fantastic. So now all I have to do is just get my plastic from there over to here, and then like I said, I'll get 2 lots of circuit boards going, which again isn't exactly very hard. It's not going to be annoying, and it won't be a pain. It is, however, going to be a job and a half. Now I've got a few bits set up ready. Obviously my splitter and my connection point over here. So I can either, 1, follow the silica, or 2, I can maybe put my splitter at the top for the plastic. But unfortunately, yeah. It looks like it might run out pretty quick if the train's not going fast enough, so yeah. I don't think I'm getting plastic really quick enough to do a lot on it. Wow, my screws have always stopped going. Processing at the minute. But yeah, at least I know I'm getting enough coming in at the minute to then fill up anyway, so should fill up pretty nicely. I'm hoping it does anyway. And it looks like it will anyway, so I'm not going to be too worried. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'll set up the line for my plastic to go over, so I can make some more circuit boards. And obviously that circuit board lot is already hooked up ready. I think it's hooked up ready to go out. I think I've already hooked it up. Yeah, I've hooked it up ready, so it goes with the rest of the circuit boards. So that'll go back to where it belongs. And that should hopefully increase my number of circuit boards. Thankfully it should do anyway. I think so. If it doesn't, I'll be slightly annoyed at myself that I've not got it done correctly. For the moment it should be absolutely fine. So yeah, I think, like I said, I've done a fantastic job on it. It's just can't get it sorted to actually work. That is the slight problem. Right, so you should go about there-ish. Should go about, say about there. That's a bit weird. Okay. Well, how about if it goes from there to there? Is that going to be fine? It's not offset, so it's not too bad, I guess. Nah, I'll be fine. I won't be noticing that much anyway under here. Right, so that's going to be a question. Where am I going to get the plastics? I'm actually going to set up from. See, again, now that wouldn't be a bad idea actually, having it set up there. So that's fun, but that's not. Yeah, that is. That's annoying. I hate when it makes me do that because I don't like it like that. I really don't like that type of layout for it, but oh well, as I say, if it needs must, it has to be done. Dang it, come on, we up here. And of course it has to then now be sorted to go down. No, hold on, let's go to number 1. Nuts. This leaves me in a very huge pickle. I hate that. Okay. So I have to have it set to about... Is that the height? Okay, so... Let's go for about... that height. In theory, as long as I've got that set just right, it's all connected now. Yeah, no, you're a bit ahead. Should fit through here straight. I don't like that. I don't like that setup. I really don't like how that's set up. There we go. See, now that looks a little bit better. And it means I have a bit more on the belt at the same time. I should all spin around down to here. Should go down here. Should fit through the little gap. Right here. Awesome. And then it'll filter into these, and we'll start getting some circuit boards going, which would be absolutely great news. Now it needs 12 per minute, and I'm bringing it, what, 180 per minute, so plastic. Perfect. Obviously, I'm still only getting 1 per minute on my crystal oscillators, and obviously my smart plating, 2 per minute. 100% on there, 100% on that. Unfortunately, when it comes to my computers, 25%. Yeah, it's because the crystal oscillators take a bit of time to get them in. So, yeah, unless I had another one of them crystal oscillators machines going, I'd be fine, but because I've only got one, yeah. And I really can't risk having too much, well, anything extra, because I need some to be stacked up so I can have some spare for making things. So, again, like I said, I need to have that smart plate to be stored, as it is getting stored in that bit in there, which get used up. So I am making a bit. Oh wow, they filled up pretty quick. Jeez, I'm actually surprised how quick they filled up. So the bottom one filling up. Oh wow, that's not even full. And see, that's almost full. That's not even there. That's just on circuits or circuit boards. Again, computer's going to take quite a bit of time. Let's see. Yeah, steel beams. Got more than enough now on my steel beams to get that first part done out of the three, but I've still got the other two to sort out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need most of the material I've got transported over here. So without affecting the actual manufacturer for the recipe, I'm going to need 2 motors, rubber, and 2 smart plating to start making the modular engine, which would be awesome. So with the motors already on the other side, smart plating on this side, and the rubber on this side, I can easily go to the other side to make the modular engine. Get it stored up there. And the adaptive control unit's gonna be a little more tricky because obviously I've got the computers this side, I've got the circuit boards this side, the automated wiring's on the other side, but I've not got any of these heavy modular frames being made, which take quite a bit. So technically I could get the modular engine done, it's just the control unit's going to be a lot harder to do. So until I get, like I said, the heavy modular frames being made, again that one done's going to be pretty hard unless I make them all manually myself. That means I'm going to need at least, what, 200 heavy modular frames just to go through a manufacturer system to make, what, 2 at a time. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a trick. Like I said, I should have most of the parts already here for it, it's just the heavy modular frames. Again, I'm going to need 200 of them, which again, as you can see, takes quite a lot of parts. So until I get another recipe for the industrial casings or beams, yeah, it's the one thing I really need to start getting the processing of. But then I need more screws, so that means I'm going to need to get another machine making screws. So again, I'm going to have a lot of fun trying to sort that out. So maybe that I'll have to set up another part of the factory, or I have to wait till I get to a minor 3, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of a trick to get it all sorted out. Mathematically, I already have more than enough of the parts I actually need, so anything that I do need to get made will just be getting made over time, which again, wouldn't really be that hard. Unfortunately, when it comes to my, as you saw, the reinforced plating, I'm using quite a lot, so I'm not getting a lot stored up. I'm getting a little bit stored. Yeah, everything down this end's fine. Just when it gets to this bit, everything then, as you can see, it's taking a bit of time, or I'm just getting used up quite a bit. Oh, it's just getting filled up enough. You know, even the AI limiters. The only thing I'm going to use AI limiters for is more than likely going to be smart splitters, and that's it. If I'm even that lucky for them. But yeah, needs must and all. Right, so do I have? Well, apart from the man beam down there on that side, I'm going to quickly see if I got anything here, which I might be able to learn if I grab some bits. Can't do that because I ain't got that ones, which won't take much to make, but still have time. Nope, nope, nope. And again, nope. Now, what's this? Quick wire and plant. Well, since we're in, it's not going to take too long. I gotta sort these out a bit better so I can just grab some stuff as of my ones, but you know, like I said, we'll quickly do the Caterium. Why not? It takes 3 seconds. Which is a boom. You know what? Switches. So AI limiters. There's me saying I'm not going to need them. And there you go, I need some for research. And that's so I can make the power switches, which takes 5 minutes to do. Wow. So we learnt the high-speed connectors. That's going to be interesting. Hold on. Supercomputers. Ooh. That's going to be interesting. So where do I learn the high-speed limiters? Is that? Here we go. High-speed limiter. It's done in a manufacturer. Really? One of them, 10 of them, 56 of them. Okay. That doesn't seem too bad. Is it going to be worth my time? Yes, another question. I can't do that one. I can't do that one. Can't do that. Can't do that. Could do, but I'll have to find the yellow slug. Quartz crystals. Right, so what we got here? That is... Nope. And again, not really. I do have the oscillators, as you may see. But I don't really have 8 ton, only 100, so I'd only be able to learn one thing. Which would either be the radar technology, which unfortunately I don't have the heavy modular frame, so it'll be no. Radio signal scanning would probably be the only one I'd be able to learn out of the two. Sulfur, what do we need? Gunpowder, heavy modular frames, and gunpowder. So yeah, it's going to come down basically to heavy modular frames to learn anything now at the minute. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to call that it for today's episode. So we finally got my plastic in, and we got the rubber in, so they're working. At some point the rubber will be being used and working its magic. Also, as you know, I've still got my crystal oscillators going as fast as they can do, with the amount of materials I've got coming in. I know I could probably get more going, but I think with how I've got it set up, it should be fine. It's going as fast as it can go. Same goes for the smart plating. Again, I could probably do more at time for smart plating, but it means I'd have to set up another machine, and you know, I might not even break even if I set up another machine. So it's more of a trick, a catch-22. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. So yeah, I'm gonna have to let things run its course as best I can, so it catches up. Oh wow, that almost seemed like that'd run out then. That's a little bit worrying. So I'll throw that in there. But yeah, I'm going to do quite a bit more work in the meantime, guys. Or I say work, I'm going to let time pass a bit. And hopefully everything will be sorted out. I might have to redo the wiring for the belts at some point, but that'll be for a later date. Which I won't worry about just right now. It's just a lot of work, and yeah, it's quite tiring sorting all this out. Anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please do hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Obviously, I know it wasn't really much of a long episode. It was just me showing you that I've finally sorted out my train, or at least one train I should say, is working fully and properly. Obviously I got a bit of work done for getting the plastic and the rubber over here, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, I've done quite a bit. Like I said, I've got a bit of work to do still with the whole train setup and everything else, but you know, at least one track's going out, one's coming in, so like I said, at least it works, and I'm not going to complain about it, because there's no point in complaining when something works. Anyway guys, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.